Education Network presents The Academic Challenge, hosted by Rick Blackwell.
Rick Blackwell here at the Education Network. I would like to welcome everyone to the 2017 Palm Beach County Academic Challenge. This year, we celebrate the 32nd anniversary of the Academic Team Challenge for the School District of Palm Beach County. The Education Network is proud once again to present this year's competition. Now this year, we have 16 Palm Beach County high schools competing. 3 days of competition to determine which 6 teams will qualify and compete for this year's district crown. Let's review the format. Each day consists of 2 sessions with 3 rounds in each session. Correct answers in round 1 will yield 5 points. Round 2, 10 points. In round 3, correct answers worth 15 points. The same format repeats in session 2. We're going to check back in with you at the end of session 1 to review the leaderboard to see who is surging for a spot in the district finals. Now, teams have been preparing for months. Let's check in with the few of the schools to see what motivates these students, how they're prepared for this year's challenge, some overall comments about the competition.
Our group is very focused with mathematics and with their education, but they also are very lighthearted and we have a lot of fun.
We don't really do it for the competition. We do it just for the learning, the education, all the knowledge that goes into this. We take really close care of knowing all of that, and then when we get here, it just makes it easy.
Sounds like they are well prepared. Now, I'm going to be checking back with you at the end of each session to see where the schools stand in scoring and to announce who will be moving on to the district finals. Just a reminder that each team is comprised of 4 students, and teams can substitute alternates after each round. Let's take a look at the schools who will be participating of preliminary competition. William T. Dwyer High School, Suncoast Community High School, Forest Hill Community High School, Pahokee High School, Atlantic Community High School. It looks like the teams are in place and ready to get started. In day 2 of competition, let's get things started with our longtime moderator, Yetta Green, over in Studio A. Yetta?
Thanks, Rick. At this time, we will begin the 5-point question round. Question, match. Match each of the following 3 art terms to its definition. The terms are A, bas-relief, B, balustrade, C, buttress. The elements are 1, projecting support that reinforces a wall, 2, low railing supported by a series of posts at the edge of a porch, and 3, sculpture with figures only slightly raised from its surrounding.
Team 2, Suncoast.
B2C1.
That is correct. A3, B2, C1. Question, which one of the following 4 scientists did not develop a vaccine? Number 1, Alexander Fleming. Number 2, Edward Jenner. Number 3.
Team 2, Suncoast.
3 was Louis Pasteur, 4 Jonas Salk, and the answer was number 1, Alexander Fleming did not develop a vaccine. Question, fill in the blank in the following sentence. The worship of the Greek and Roman gods Dionysus and Bacchus involved consuming large amounts of...
Team 2, Suncoast.
Wine.
Wine is correct. Question, in a nearby county, 40% of students pass their driving test on the first try. 80% pass on all subsequent attempts. State the probability that a random student would need exactly 3 tries to pass his test.
Team 5, Atlantic.
9.6%.
Yes.
Yes, 9.6% is correct. Question, which one or ones of the following 3 are unprotected freedoms of speech? Number 1, libel. Number 2, slander. Number 3, hate speech.
Team 1, Dwyer.
1, 2, and 3.
That is correct. 1, 2, and 3 are all unprotected. Question, in French or Spanish, state the sum of the numbers 2 and 10.
Team 5, Atlantic.
12.
That is correct, yes. Question, Identify each of the following 4 pairs of words as either synonyms or antonyms. Pair 1, apathy, indifference. Pair 2, demure, indiscreet. Pair 3, intrepid, fearless. Pair 4, erudite, illiterate. Identify each of the following 4 pairs of words as either synonyms or antonyms. Pair 1, apathy, indifference. Pair 2, demure, indiscreet. Pair 3, intrepid, fearless. Pair 4, erudite, illiterate.
Team 5, Atlantic.
1 synonym, 2 antonym, 3 synonym, 4 antonym.
That is correct. Synonym, antonym, synonym, antonym. Question. Fill in the blank in the following statement with the missing 2-word literary term. The hero's downfall is the result of some combination of fate, an error in judgment, and a personality weakness, often called a blank.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Tragic flaw.
Tragic flaw is correct. Question. Which one of the following 4 choices is incorrect concerning Newton's first law? 1, involves mass. 2, called the law of inertia. 3, describes weight. 4,
Team 2, Suncoast.
3.
3 is correct. It describes weight. Number 4 choice originally described by Galileo. So it should have been 3 correct. Question. State the discriminant of the following function. F of x equals 5x squared plus 36x plus 54. State the discriminant of the following function. F of x equals 5x squared plus
Team 5, Atlantic.
216.
216 is correct. Question. Including any necessary accent marks in French or Spanish, state and spell the word for your sister's daughter's relationship to you.
Team 4, Pahokee.
Sobrina. Sobrina.
That is correct. That would have been your niece, and that was correct in Spanish. Question. Identify the mathematician most known for his contribution to the coordinate plane.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Rene Descartes. That is correct, yes. Question. Which one of the following 4 pairs of composers were contemporaries? Number 1, Bach, Puccini. Number 2, Verdi, Copland. Number 3, Mozart, Haydn. Number 4, Brahms, Vivaldi.
Team 2, Suncoast.
3.
3 is correct, Mozart and Haydn. Question. Solve for x in the following equation. The quantity 2 cubed raised to the x power times 4 to the 4th power times 8 to the x power equals 16 times 4 squared. Solve for x in the following equation. The quantity 2 cubed raised to the x power times 4 to the 4th power times 8 to the x power equals 16 times 4 squared.
Team 2, Suncoast.
0.
0 is correct. Question. Identify the voice of the verb in the following passage. The student was placed on the county's academic.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Passive voice.
Passive is correct. And believe it or not, that concludes our 5-point round. Before we begin this next round, we'll update you as to your scores so far as of the conclusion of round 1. Team number 1, William T. Dwyer, 105 points. Team number 2, Suncoast High School, 130 points. Team number 3, Forest Hill High School, 90 points. Team number 4, Pahokee High School, 105 points. And team number 5, Atlantic High School, 120 points. At this time, we are ready to begin the 10-point question round. Question. Which one of the following four does not belong with the other three? 1. Fahrenheit 451. 2. The Illustrated Man. 3. The Martian Chronicles. 4. I, Robot.
Team 1, Dwyer.
4.
4 is correct. I, Robot. Question. What am I? I am an air-breathing arthropod. Members of my order have 2 body segments, the cephalothorax and abdomen, plus 8 legs.
Team 2, Suncoast.
An arachnid?
Arachnid is correct. Question. Match. Match each of the following 4 artists to the movement with which he or she is associated. The artists are A. Theodore Jericho, B. Rene Magritte, C. Mary Cassatt, D. Winslow Homer. The movements are 1. Impressionism, 2. Romanticism, 3. Realism, 4. Surrealism.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A2, B4, C1, D3.
That is correct. A2, B4, C1, D3. Question. Find the horizontal and vertical asymptotes of the following function. F of x equals the quantity 3x squared plus 2x plus 13 divided by the quantity 6x squared minus 5x minus 6.
Team 2, Suncoast.
The horizontal asymptote is y equals 1/2, and the vertical asymptote is x equals 3/2 and x equals negative 2/3.
That is correct. Question. Match. Match each of the following 4 economic terms to its definition. The terms are A. Monetary policy, B. Open market operations, C. Discount rate, D. Reserve requirements. The definitions are 1. Buying and selling of government securities by the Federal Reserve Bank. 2. Portion of member banks' deposits to be retained as backing for their loans. 3. Ways the nation's money supply and interest rates are controlled. 4. Interest rate at which the Federal Reserve Board lends money to member banks.
Team 2, Suncoast.
B1, A3, C4, D2.
That is correct. A3, B1, C4, and D2. Question. Neglecting friction to 2 significant digits determine the magnitude of the velocity in meters per second of a certain roller coaster at the bottom of the first drop, given that drop is 60 meters. Neglecting friction to 2 significant digits determine the magnitude of the velocity in meters per second of a
Team 2, Suncoast.
34 meters per second.
34 meters per second is correct. Question. Identify the number of sharps in the key signature of E major.
Team 2, Suncoast.
4.
4 is correct. Question. In French or Spanish, give the 3 primary colors of light.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Spanish, rojo, verde, y azul.
That is correct. That is correct. The 3 primary colors of light. Question. Based on party affiliation, which one of the following 4 U.S. presidents does not belong with the other 3? 1. Woodrow Wilson. 2. Harry S. Truman. 3. William Howard Taft. 4.
Team 1, Dwyer.
3 is correct. 4 was Lyndon B. Johnson. So the correct one was William Howard Taft. Question. To 2 significant digits, calculate in grams the mass of NaOH needed to prepare 150 milliliters of a 6.0 molar solution.
Team 5, Atlantic.
36 grams.
36 grams is correct. Question. Identify the figure of speech demonstrated in the following line from Beowulf. Wondering what the warriors would do when their drinking is done. Identify the figure of speech demonstrated in the following line from Beowulf. Wondering what the warriors would do when their drinking is done.
Team 1, Dwyer.
Alliteration?
Alliteration is correct. All the W's and then the D's. Question. Identify the following triad as major, diminished, augmented, or minor. A flat, C, E natural.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Augmented.
Augmented is correct. Question. Identify the Romantic era figure who was a religious nonconformist, a poet, painter, and illustrator. His works include the poems The Tiger and the Lamb and paintings Ancient of Days and Nebuchadnezzar. Yes, identify the Romantic era figure who was a religious nonconformist, a poet, painter, and illustrator. His works include the poems The Tiger and the Lamb and paintings Ancient of Days.
Team 1, Dwyer.
Blake.
Blake is correct, William Blake. Question. Which of the following four is the best example of an economic indicator? 1, federal income tax rates, 2, unemployment rates, 3, crime rates, and 4, birth rates. Which one of the following four is the best example of an economic indicator?
Team 1, Dwyer.
2.
That is correct. 2, unemployment rates. Question. Match. Match each of the following four Shakespeare plays to the character that appears in it. The plays are A, Julius Caesar, B, Macbeth, C, Othello, D, Romeo and Juliet. The characters are 1, Portia, 2, Mercutio, 3, Malcolm, 4, Desdemona.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A1, B3, C4, D2.
That is correct. A1, B3, C4, and D2. Question. Give the solution to the following system of equations. X plus 2y plus 3z equals 16. X plus 2y plus 2z equals 10. 5x plus 3y equals 4.
Team 2, Suncoast.
X equals 2, Y equals -2, Z equals 6.
That is correct. That concludes our 10-point round. At this time, we will announce the scores as of the end of round 2. Team number 1, William T. Dwyer, 155 points. Team number 2, Suncoast High School, 210 points. Team number 3, Forest Hill High School, 80 points. Team number 4, Pahokee High School, 105 points. And team number 5, Atlantic High School, 120 points. At this time, we will begin the 15-point question round. Question. Match. Match each of the following four theater terms to its definition. The terms are A, Bible, B, blocking, C, house, D, wings. The definitions are 1, parts of stage not seen by the audience. 2, placement of the actions on stage. 3, theater beyond the front of the stage. 4, stage manager's annotated script.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A4, B2, C3, D1.
That is correct. Question. This is a two-part question. Two-part question. Part 1, name the poet who wrote O Captain, My Captain. Part 2, identify the person whose death
Team 2, Suncoast.
Part 1 is Walt Whitman, and Part 2 is Abraham Lincoln.
whose death was commemorated by the poem. Part 1, that is correct, was Walt Whitman. Part 2, Abraham Lincoln. Question. Fill in respectively the 4 blanks in the following sentence with the terms World Wide Web, local area networks, intranet, and internet. The sentence is, A or an blank is a network that shares resources within a single organization, often composed of multiple blank. The blank is a service that runs on the blank, which is a global system that links billions of devices.
Team 5, Atlantic.
In order, intranet, local access network, World Wide Web, and internet.
That is correct. Intranet first, then local area networks, and World Wide Web, and then internet. Question. Simplify the following expression. The quantity 3 plus I divided by the quantity 4 minus I.
Team 2, Suncoast.
11 plus 7i divided by 17.
That is correct. Question. Which one word has each of the following three meanings? 1, pouch in a bird's gullet. 2, cut something short. 3, cultivated plant grown for food. What one word has each of the following three meanings? 1, pouch in a bird's gullet. 2, cut something short. 3, cultivated plant grown for food.
Team 1, Dwyer.
Crop.
Crop is correct. All three of those definitions. Question. Match. Match each of the following 4 authors to his or her novel. The authors are A, Emily Bronte, B, John Steinbeck, 3, Richard Wright, D, Henry Fielding. The novels are 1, The Grapes of Wrath, 2, Tom Jones, 3, Wuthering Heights, 4, Black Boy.
Team 1, Dwyer.
A3, B1, C4, D2.
That is correct. Question. To 2 significant digits, determine in seconds the time of flight of a ball, given that the ball is kicked with an initial velocity of 10 meters per second at an angle of 45 degrees.
Team 2, Suncoast.
1.4 seconds.
1.4 seconds is correct. Question. To which one of the following 4 candidates for U.S. President is the following campaign slogan attributed? No child left behind. 1.
Team 5, Atlantic.
George W. Bush.
That is correct. The choices were Clinton, Gore, Nixon, and George W. Bush. Number 4 was correct. Question. Identify respectively the surnames of the following 4 individuals from the clues given. The last letter of the first surname will be the first letter of the second, and so on. Number 1, French Romantic composer whose works include Symphonie Fantastique. Number 2, leading figure in the Mexican Revolution who was assassinated in 1919. 3, Danish author known for his fairy tales. Number 4, Scottish mathematician famous for his work with logarithms.
Team 2, Suncoast.
1 is Berlioz, 2 is Zapata, 3 is Anderson, and 4 is Napier.
That is correct. Question. Name the American author influenced by the Vietnam War whose works include the things they carried.
Team 2, Suncoast.
O'Brien.
Tim O'Brien is correct. Question. Determine the 2 rhyming words suggested by each of the following 2 pairs of descriptions. Pair number 1, group of genetically identical cells or organisms derived from a single cell, and money that needs to be repaid. Pair number 2, a single suspended vertical tubular bell struck with a hammer, and to perform using body movements without words. Yes, determine the 2 rhyming words suggested by each of the following 2 pairs of descriptions. Pair number 1, group of genetically identical cells or organisms derived from a single cell, and money that needs to be repaid. Pair 2,
Team 2, Suncoast.
Clones and loans, and the second one is chime and mime.
that is correct. Clone and loan was pair 1. Chime and mime was pair 2. Question. To 3 significant digits, calculate the percent by mass of oxygen in potassium nitrate.
Team 5, Atlantic.
47.5%.
47.5% by mass is correct. That concludes our 15-point round.
Thanks, Yetta and teams. With session 1 now completed here in day 2 of the competition, the team from Suncoast appeared dominant in each round. Let's head to the team leaderboard to see where everyone landed after session 1. In 5th place, it's the team from Forest Hill High School. Taking 4th place, it's Pahokee High. In 3rd place, it's Atlantic High School. 2nd place goes to the team from William T. Dwyer. And leading the pack after session 1, it's the team from Suncoast with a dominant score of 300. Let's check in with the team from Atlantic to hear how they prepared and what they think about this competition.
It's a lot of fun. It's fun doing it, especially with people that you know really well, and you get to have fun, and we try not to take it too serious and just have a good time with it.
After this short break, we will talk more about the district finals and the area all-star team here on the Education Network.
Too many of our kids miss too many days out of school. When they miss school, they miss out. It doesn't matter whether the absences are excused or unexcused. Low attendance can lead to low performance, from preschool to high school. Showing up is the first step for success. Make sure your kids go to school every day, on time, all day. Attendance matters. You need to go to grow.
Welcome back. Only the top 2 scoring teams during each of the 3 days of preliminary competition will qualify for the district finals. This will give us 6 teams in the district final. Top scoring individual students will also be tracked during all of the competition and will determine who will represent the district as part of the area all-star team. So the teams making the finals will help the individual standout students to increase their score and improve their chances to make the all-star team. Now let's head back over to Studio A for the final session of competition here in day 2. To see who will be advancing on to the district finals, let's join moderator Yetta Green. Yetta?
Thanks, Rick. At this time, we will begin the 5-point question round. Question: what am I? I am the large-scale ocean atmospheric climate interaction linked to a periodic warming in sea surface temperatures across the central and east central equatorial Pacific. My name means...
Team 2, Suncoast.
El Nino.
Yes. Question: identify the ancient Greek philosopher who called himself the gadfly of Athens.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Socrates.
Socrates is correct. Question: who am I? I was born in New Zealand in 1871. I discovered the concept of radioactive half-lives and distinguished between alpha and beta decay. My discoveries earned a Nobel Prize in chemistry in 1908. My most famous work, the gold foil experiment,
Team 2, Suncoast.
Ernest Rutherford.
modified the atomic model to include a positively charged nucleus. That is correct, Ernest Rutherford. Question: which one of the following 4 is not considered one of the Hebrew patriarchs? 1, Jacob. 2, Moses. 3, Abraham. 4, Isaac.
Team 1, Dwyer.
2.
2, Moses is correct. Question: identify the pitch that is a major third above F.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A.
A is correct. Question: the length of a rectangle is 2 inches less than twice its width. The perimeter is 116 inches. In inches, state the length. The length of a rectangle is 2 inches less than twice its width. The perimeter is 116 inches. In inches, state the length.
Team 2, Suncoast.
38.
38 is correct. Question: state the number of syllables in one line of a sonnet written in iambic pentameter.
Team 5, Atlantic.
10.
10 is correct. Question: name the American Revolutionary War battle after which the French pledged support to the American cause.
Team 1, Dwyer.
Saratoga.
The Battle of Saratoga is correct. Question. State the solution for the following exponential equation. 8 to the power of the quantity of 2x plus, State the solution for the following exponential equation. 8 to the power of the quantity of 2x plus 1 equals 2 to the power of the quantity of 6x plus 1. Yes. State the solution for the following exponential equation.
Team 2, Suncoast.
No solution.
No solution is correct. Question. Identify the rhetorical or literary term defined as an extreme exaggeration.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Hyperbole.
Used for emphasis or rhetorical effect. The answer, hyperbole. That is correct. Question. What am I? I was discovered inside eukaryotic cells in 1898. I am part of the endomembrane system. My main function is to package proteins for secretion from
Team
the cell.
2, Suncoast.
Golgi body?
Golgi body is correct. The question for this one is printed on the handout. Open the envelope, distribute the papers, and begin. Open.
Team 2, Suncoast.
In Spanish, 3.
That is correct. Question. Simplify the quantity 2 plus 3i times the quantity 2 minus 3i.
Team 2, Suncoast.
13.
13 is the correct answer, yes. Question. Identify the 18th century economist whose theory states that an individual's efforts to pursue one's own economic interest benefits society more frequently
Team 1, Dwyer.
Adam Smith.
than if one's efforts were directly intending to benefit society. Adam Smith is correct. Question. Which one of the following 4 composers was active during the classical period? 1, Maurice Ravel. 2, Modest Mussorgsky. 3, Franz Joseph Haydn.
Team 2, Suncoast.
3.
3 is correct. The other choice was Johann Sebastian Bach, but 3 is the correct one. Question. To 2 significant digits determine in kilograms the mass of a truck given that an applied force of 2,500 newtons is required to accelerate the truck at 0.65 meters per second squared.
Team 2, Suncoast.
3,800.
3,800 kilograms is correct. Question. If sine x equals 1/2 and cosine x is equal to negative square root of 3 over 2, state the exact radian measure of x.
Team 2,
5.
Suncoast.
5 pi over 6.
5 pi over 6 is correct. And that completes the questions in our 5-point round. Before we start this next round, we'll update your scores as of the conclusion of round 1. Team number 1, William T. Dwyer, 185 points. Team number 2, Suncoast, 367 points. Team number 3, Forest Hill, 68 points. Team number 4, Pahokee, 107 points. And team number 5, Atlantic, 123 points. All right, at this time, we are ready to begin the 10-point question round. Question. To 2 significant digits, determine in joules per kilogram degree Celsius the specific heat of an unknown material given that 2.26 times 10 to the 4th power joules of energy is needed to raise the temperature of the 1.5 kilogram sample by 95 degrees Celsius.
Team 2, Suncoast.
160.
160 is correct. Question. Match. Match each of the following 3 American authors to the short story he wrote. The authors are A. Edgar Allan Poe, B. Washington Irving, C. Nathaniel Hawthorne. The short stories are 1. The Devil and Tom Walker, 2. The Minister's Black Veil, 3. The Mask of the Red Death.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A3, B1, C2.
That is correct. A3, B1, C2. Question. Match. Match each of the 4 artists to his work. The artists are A. Raphael, B. Degas, C. Jericho, D. Rubens. The works are 1. Rape of the Daughters of Lysippus, 2. The Raft of the Medusa, 3. The Ballet Class, 4. The School of Athens.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A4, B3, C2, D1.
That is correct. A4, B3, C2, and D1. Question. Which one of the following 4 Muslim leaders was the earliest? Number 1, Suleiman I. Number 2, Tamerlane. Number 3, Abu Bakr. Number 4, Mehmed the Conqueror.
Team 2, Suncoast.
3.
3 is correct. Question. Identify the Greek princess seduced by Zeus in the guise of a swan.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Leda.
Leda is the correct answer. Question. Match. Match each of the following 4 characters from Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales to his or her description. The characters are A. Miller, B. Pardoner, C. Prioress, D. Wife of Bath. The descriptions are 1. Likes to make clothes and give advice about love. 2. Pretends to speak French and has pet dogs. 3. Big, strong redhead who plays the bagpipes. Number 4. Likes to sing and sell holy relics.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A3, B4, C2, D1.
That is correct. A3, B4, C2, and D1. For this next question, you will use handout A3. Please locate the handout, but do not open it at this time. Again, the handout should contain enough papers to be distributed. Okay, everybody has the right one? All right, you may open. The question is printed on the handout. Open, distribute, and begin.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Uno.
1 is correct. Question. State the number of unpaired electrons in a neutral sulfur atom.
Team 2, Suncoast.
2.
2 is correct. Question. Match. Match each of the following 4 instruments to its family. The instruments are A. Timpani, B. English horn, C. French horn, D. Viola. The families are 1. String, 2. Woodwind, 3. Brass, 4. Percussion.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A4, B2, C3, D1.
That is correct. A4, B2, C3, D1. Question. Fill in the blanks in the following sentence with one of the 4 given pairs of choices. Because of her blank knowledge, the teacher was able to blank the practices of ancient Druids to her students. Pair 1, spurious, excoriate. Pair 2, esoteric, explicate. Pair C, arcane, depreciate. Pair D, obtuse, expectorate.
Team 5, Atlantic.
2.
And I did say 2 instead of B. Esoteric and explicate, that is correct. Question. Identify the domain of f of x equals 7x over the quantity x squared minus 3x plus 2 over the set of real numbers.
Team 2, Suncoast.
X does not equal 1 or 2.
That is correct. X is not 2 or 1. Question. Match. Match each of the following 4 eras in U.S. history to the work published during it. The eras are A. Revolutionary, B. Antebellum, C. Progressive, D. Roaring Twenties. The works are 1. The Great Gatsby, 2. The Jungle, 3. Common Sense, 4.
Team 1, Dwyer.
A is 3, B is 4, C is 2, D is 1.
D was Uncle Tom's Cabin. That is correct. A3, B4, C2, D1. Question. Identify both the title and the author of the American play about the small town of Grover's Corners and
Team 2, Suncoast.
Our Town by Thornton Wilder.
Our Town by Thornton Wilder. For this next question, you will use handout A4. Locate the envelope labeled A4, but do not open it. Does everybody have A4 in your hand? Okay, once again, the question is printed on the handout. At this time, open and distribute and begin.
Team 5, Atlantic.
Spanish 1.
That is correct. In Spanish, it was 1. Actually, in French, it was 1 also. That concludes our 10-point individual question round. These are the scores that you will start this round with. Team number 1, William T. Dwyer, 209 points. Team number 2, Suncoast, 475 points. Team number 3, Forest Hill, 66 points. Team number 4, Pahokee, 113 points. And team number 5, Atlantic High School, 123 points. At this time, we will begin this all-important 15-point question round. For this next question, you will need the following information. At a party, a water balloon is tossed. Its height can be modeled by the equation h equals negative 16t squared plus 24t plus 1, where h equals height in feet and t equals time in seconds. Question. State in seconds the time it takes for the water balloon to first reach a height of 6 feet.
Team 2, Suncoast.
0.25 seconds.
That is correct. 1/4 or 0.25. Question. Correct the 2 errors in the following sentence about the scarlet letter. After Hester Prynne gives birth to a girl she names Emerald, Hester is forced to wear a scarlet letter A on her forehead.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Instead of, the girl's name is actually Pearl, and the letters on the chest.
Yes. Question. Which one word has the following 3 meanings? 1, recent. 2, flow of a body of water. 3,
Team 2, Suncoast.
Current.
3, voltage divided by resistance. Current is the one word that makes all 3 of those meanings. Question. Find the exact value of the definite integral from 0 to pi of the function x times sine x.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Pi.
Pi is correct. Question. Identify the root of the following 7th chord. A flat, D flat, B flat, F. Identify the root of the following 7th chord. A flat, D flat, B flat, F.
Team 3, Forest Hill.
B flat.
That is correct, B flat. For this next question, you will use handout A5. Please locate handout A5, but do not open it. Everybody have A5? All right, for this question, the question is printed on the handout. Open, distribute, and begin.
Team 5, Atlantic.
French, Quebec.
That is correct. Question. To 2 significant digits, determine in seconds the total time of flight for a projectile, given that the projectile is fired with an initial velocity of 150 meters per second at an angle of 53 degrees above the horizontal.
Team 2, Suncoast.
24 seconds.
24 seconds is correct. Question. Identify the commanding general of the American Expeditionary Force during World War I.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Pershing.
John J. Blackjack Pershing is correct. Question. This is a 2-part question. Two-part question related to an A-team coach who has 7 players. Part 1, state the number of ways the coach can line up the players single file to receive their medals. Part 2, state the number of unique groups of 4 the coach can choose to participate in a given round.
Team 2, Suncoast.
5,040 and 35.
That is correct. 5,040 ways to line you up for your medals and 35 choices to put you up here to participate. Question, identify the style of architecture characterized by pointed arches, rib vaulting, and flying buttresses.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Gothic.
Gothic is correct. Question, which one of the following 4 solutions will produce a precipitate when mixed with aqueous calcium chloride? Number 1, sodium acetate. Number 2, ammonium nitrate. Number 3, potassium carbonate. Number 4, hydriodic acid.
Team 5, Atlantic.
The third one.
The third one is correct. Question, which one or ones of the following 4 statements about Shakespeare's plays are correct? Number 1, Ophelia is Polonius's daughter in Hamlet. Number 2, Donalbain fights at Dunsinane in Macbeth. Number 3, Romeo is part of the Capulet family in Romeo and Juliet. Number 4, Octavius is the son of Brutus and Portia in Julius Caesar. Which one or ones of the following 4 statements about Shakespeare's plays are correct? Number 1, Ophelia is Polonius's daughter in Hamlet. Number 2,
Team 3, Forest Hill.
1.
1 is the correct one. For this next question, you will use handout A6. Again, locate your envelope. Don't do anything with it. Let me check everybody has handout A6. All right, the question is printed on the handout. At this time, open the envelope, distribute, and begin.
Team 5, Atlantic.
Spanish 3.
That is correct. Question, identify the first Bourbon king of France.
Team 2, Suncoast.
Henry IV.
Henry IV or Henry of Navarre is correct. Question, match. Match each of the following 4 composers to his masterwork. The composers are A. Holst, B. Berlioz, C. Mozart, D. Saint-Saëns. The masterworks, 1. The Marriage of Figaro, 2. The Planets, 3. The Carnival of the Animals, 4. Symphonie Fantastique.
Team 2, Suncoast.
A2, B4, C1, D3.
Yes. Question, which one or ones of the following 4 were principal participants in the Constitutional Convention? Number 1, Roger Sherman. Number 2, Benjamin Franklin. Number 3, Thomas Jefferson. Number 4, Patrick Henry.
Team 1, Dwyer.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. That does end our 15-point question round.
Thanks, Jetta. Clearly, the team from Suncoast High School continued to dominate the competition. Let's head to the leaderboard and see where the teams wound up and to see who is headed on to the district final. Taking 5th place, it's the team from Forest Hill. 4th place goes to the team from Atlantic High School. In 3rd place, Pahokee High School. Taking 2nd place and securing a spot in the district finals, it's the team from William T. Dwyer with 238 points. And in 1st place, with a dominant point total of 638, it's the team from Suncoast. Congratulations to both teams for making it to the finals. Let's hear how they prepared to do so well this year.
We all need to work together and we all need to study together. And as long as everyone, participates, I think everyone will be well-rounded and will be able to do fairly well.
I think it's pretty fun because, frankly, the different members of our team were chosen because they had different areas of expertise in one subject. And I guess in Suncoast, with different programs, different values are appreciated more than others. But at this competition, each of our different passions are valued at the same level, and I think that's actually something that's really nice.
Great job. Congratulations to all the teams that participated in Day 2. And for those moving on to the district finals, good luck. Now let's take a look at the schools that will be taking part in Day 3 of the Academic Challenge. John I. Leonard Community High School, Palm Beach Central Community High School, Santa Lucius Community High School, Spanish River Community High School, Jupiter Community High School, Boynton Beach Community High School. Now let's take a look at the teams that have qualified so far for the district finals. William T. Dwyer and Suncoast join the teams from Day 1, A.W. Dreyfus and Wellington High School. Be sure to join us next time and find out who will take the final 2 spots in the district finals in this, the 32nd year of the Palm Beach County Academic Challenge. I'm host Rick Blackwell, and from all of us here at the Education Network, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.